We're going to check this car out and take it for a ride today. It's a 1970 Oldsmobile F-85. It's got 442 emblems on the side. At first thought, I thought it was a Cutlass, but it is the F-85 model with a 350 under the hood. Pretty quiet running motor. It's got power steering. Does not have power brakes. Checking everything out. Aftermarket paint job. A lot of metallic flake in this one. Does look pretty good. Sounds great. So throughout these test drives, I point out flaws, any kind of issues that I see running and driving wise, and then I pick out the details on the body cosmetically. We're going to be looking for chips, scratches, rust, dents at the end of the video. Stick around for that. For now, hit subscribe, share this video, and check out maplemotors.com. All of our inventory is updated every single Monday, and it's typically about 10 to 15 cars a week. We go through about 60 cars a month. All right, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Place those bets. Do you think the horn works? What'd they do? Yeah, it Velcroed. It's your tach. I guess that's better than putting holes in it. That way, if you wanted to take it off and put it somewhere else, which I just shove it under the dash with the gauges. Interior actually looks pretty good. Package tray's a little weak. Got little spots in the headliner that need to be checked on. In your visor. We'll start her up. Now this one does start up easy. The tach does work. Engine temperature is working. Same with the oil pressure. Gas gauge, we'll check it as we ride. We might not have to stop and get any. 80,000 miles is what it's showing. Of course, on these old cars, if the odometer stops working, if the speedo stops working, so does the odometer. So it's hard to stand behind mileage on these old cars. That's just something that is the truth. But people always say, oh, it's original miles. That just flies over my head because it's hard to prove. All right, wiper. Yep. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to try the blower motor. It's missing the switch. Radio. Give me some tunes. It's all the way up. If it's gonna cut on, we'll hear it. F-85. Missing the glove box internals. Place those bets. Do you think the horn works? Man, I would have said it did. Well, let's take off and see what else we can find. Well, we're getting ready to take off. I do got a seatbelt. It looks like it's buckled in. I don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness. That's what's going on. They put harnesses in here. Look at this. They must have thought this was a rocket car. I'm telling you, it's just a driver. That or you had a bad experience and you don't want to go anywhere. I don't think we're going to need all that, but here's reverse. And it did have power steering, and it's working, but it's not super strong. Yeah, it's still working. Power steering is definitely weak on this one. Brakes feel okay. And this is the first time I've driven this ride. I do this with every car on the lot so you know what you're getting. Speedo's coming up. I've had her sitting here warming up for a while now, and the engine temperature never got over 190. Straight as an arrow going down the road with tight steering. We're good there. Hooked up, she's pulling strong. Again, maybe not enough for this. This is a bit excessive here. Getting in those brakes. Brakes pulled a little bit to the right there. Yeah, you see the brakes are kind of grabbing and pulling left and right. Watch. Straightens out, but it grabs over here first and then straightens out. Motor's very responsive. Turn turn signal's popping up on the dash there. The left one's not popping up, but the right one is. What we're gonna do now is get some outside shots. We'll drop by the camera, let you hear what it sounds like from the outside. We'll get some undercarriage shots, light everything up. And of course, end with picking out the flaws. You know how we do here. Be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new to the channel. I do full lot walks as well, showing all current inventory. Or you can just go to our website, that's maplemotors.com. I say that in every video because people still ask. Where you can check out our finance options, all of our inventory, shipping options, and of course a bio about our business. Over 40 years, family owned. All right, let's do this. Time to rock and roll, guys. Somebody asked me about this. My wife got it for me to try out. So far I like it. It's been on here a few weeks, and what I do with it, I mean, a lot of times I'll be in the car and I'll just shove it up on the dash, and then if I'm on the phone it's pretty much hands-free. But I don't know, it works for me pretty good. In these test drive videos I can put it right there and reference what the video's looking like in case my camera drops like this or something. You don't want to be like that. You want to be dead center. Alright, with that being said, look below in the description. You can see all the stuff that I use. You can also pick up Maple Motors merchandise. We've got plenty of shirts and gear for sale. And I'm working on some hats and some beanies and stuff. I'm just in the midst of what I'm doing is I'll buy them, have them set up and see how long they last and how durable they are. If they're not durable and they don't last that long, then I don't put the product out. Isn't that a good way of looking at it? I don't want to put something out that's going to fade. I did that once and I regretted it. So all my new stuff built to last. All right, we're heading to the lot now. Yeah, that's all 4 designs too. The ones that are $2 more that you'll see on the merchandise store, it's a better material. The shirts are just made with better material. Different place made them. Here we go. Running and driving wise, the car is in great shape. What I've noticed on this is the graphics that they put around the outside are kind of peeling a little bit. The paint job is in awesome shape too. The interior needs a little bit of love. There's some interior pieces missing. Some of the seats got a nice seat cover on it, but underneath I'm sure the seats are torn. Package tray needs a little love. But somebody got started on this car and they did a pretty good job on the paint job. But I guess the interior is the biggest flaw, and it's actually not that bad. I'm sure they got the outside done and drove this car, because it does run and drive good. Let's go ahead and punch it here. Little kickage. Bump in the road here. Nice and smooth. It did kick the tire over back there. If I really wanted it to, it'd burn out for a good ways. It does have fairly new tires. We've made it back to the lot. Still pulling to the left when you first hit the brake, so it's grabbing over here first. Be sure to stick around. Picking out the flaws is coming up next, and I've got more test drives coming your way. So hit subscribe, share, and hit like. Thanks, guys. All right, it's time to walk around this ride. I'm gonna look for chips, scratches, rust, and dents. If there's anything on this car, you'll know about it. Detailed pictures are also available at maplemotors.com, inside out and underneath. Let's get started. You got some pitting on the front around the headlights. A little oxidation on the trim too. Pitting on the front bumper. These cracks here. Overspray. Got a red there. Red on this trim too. Down the side. Tires are in good shape. Little spot there. Little bubbles. Pretty small stuff. Spots at the bottom of the door. Trim's a little bent. Cracks in the stripes. Also some spots back here. See the trim hanging there? It's just placed wrong. I'd say it can be tucked in pretty easy. Back this midsection.
spots on the stripe there. Up here as well. Blemishes around the emblems.
I already showed those two scuffs there up over the top of the fender. Little rust popping up on the vent window. Seal looks good. Signs of red again. I assume this car used to be red. A little bit of pitting. A crack here. Somebody just put on some chrome. They added this. It's like two-sided tape stuff. Surprisingly, they did pretty good. Front windshield's older. You can see the old glass. A lot of little chips, small chips too, little scratches and scuffs. Back bumper on this one, huge. A little bit of pitting. A little fading there around the tail lights. Now, in the jams, the seal has been replaced. The jams look solid. Down in your trunk, you see some moisture's gotten in here. Somebody used spatter paint, and it looks like it's leaking from the back windows. You can see the lines on both sides. So we got a back window seal that needs to be replaced. Package tray is solid. Coming on down with it. They put more, this is stick-on. You can see the pinstripe underneath it. That stuff actually doesn't look bad on there. That stick-on trim. If you can get it down in that corner. All right, coming down passenger side here. A little dirt there. Trim's hanging again. Great tread on the tires. Little wrinkle there. Little bubble there. And this is just bubbles in your stripes. It's just air pockets.
more bubbles in your stripes. I almost got that one out. Yeah, whoever put the stripe kit on tried to do it themselves, I assume. You know, they didn't do half bad, but a lot of bubbles and wrinkles from the stripes there. Almost be worth pulling off. The car itself's fairly straight, but look at all the little bubbles under the stripes where they didn't get them all out. I've heard you can heat them. Some of you vinyl guys know how to get those bubbles out. A little bubble there in the paint, or indention, it's not a bubble. That's on top of the paint, it'll come out. Same with that. It's like sap. That should buff out. Yeah, it's starting to thin up. A little bit of pitting. A little bit of pitting on your chrome here. Little scuffs there. This front windshield's just older. You can feel it. See the age on it. That's that stick-on stuff. You know, overall, the paint is in great shape on this car. It's just the stripes that are showing imperfections. The graphics that they put on it. Guys, we made it around the outside, and honestly, it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and check out that interior. We'll start with this side, why not? Is it unlocked? Yep. Well, it looks like whoever put this seal kit on went over top of the old weather stripping. That's not right. They should have tore off all the old weather stripping and then put the seal kit over top. Instead, they just put it over top. Because this is new and that's the old. I mean, I guess it's working, but the door here got some little cracks in the bottom of the door panel, showing signs of age. A lot of time people will get in and out by kicking the door. That's why it shows on all these cars at the bottom here. Chrome is falling off on the door panel. A little bit of wetness in the floor too. I'd say it's from the double seal over here. This side of the seat is not hooked into there. You got a ball that pivots here. Let's see if it'll stay. Nope. That's got to be fixed. Seat cover, obviously, covering up probably a damaged seat. Missing the back window cranks. Back window cranks both need to be replaced. Top of the back seat's ripped. Package tray needs to be replaced. Looks like the interior's where they stopped. So they did the outside. When they got to the interior, they just drove it. That seat's gonna sag when you're driving without fixing that. Door does shut good. This side here, handle, a little weak. Well, they took it off on this side. I'm just wondering if that's the actual kit for the car, or if they just used the kit and put it on here, try to seal it up. There's a couple of little things that don't look alright, like these edges. A little rust in the edge of that door. Well, they did the carpet. This side's good. These seat belts are hilarious. I'm sorry. At least it's easily taken out. That's funny though. Hang on! Motor is nice and quiet. It does look like they got the valve covers off of a boat. Harding Marine, unless that was the owner of the car before. And he just wanted his company name on there. Hooker headers. Kill switch. That's nice to have. I got one of those on my car. Oh, this little piece must have broke off because they got it. What's that, self-tappers? Little crack here. It used to be red up under it. I don't know about that piece there. I feel like that is going to be an issue one day. Fiberglass hood. Coming on down with it. Have to have these. Oh, the springs work well, man. You gotta be careful opening the hood. Thing come launching off the car. It did it to me. Little indentions, and you can see the lines aren't perfect from this hood. Super light. Little scratches. See how close it is over here. Just be adjusted out. A little overspray on top of the fender. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. I sure hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna head on back to the lot, grab another one, and do another test drive. Be sure to hit subscribe, share. I try to pick out the flaws so you know what you're getting. Again, maplemotors.com. Go there, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you do want to pick up some merchandise, we have that available on our site as well. I'll see you later.